Good morning and welcome back to Diamond Hills. If you think you've seen it all or you've heard it all, sit back, sit up, and let's enjoy today's broadcast. Today is going to be motivational as we've been doing in the previous weeks, and that is the direction we'll be going in the next couple of weeks to come. All right. Somebody once asked me a question. I think this person is a man of knowledge and a man of wisdom. He asked me, who do you think is your biggest enemy in this world? This question caught me like a surprise. My biggest enemy. Number one, I ask him, I know no enemy, I have no enemy, and if there is, I'm not aware of them, and I've not taken cognizance of them. So I don't have any ready-made answer for that question. And until we can answer that kind of a question, things might not change, situation might not improve if we don't know who the enemy is. And I asked the man, okay, please answer me. He said, go and look at the mirror. Anybody you see in that mirror is the enemy. I said, anyone I see in the mirror is the enemy? Oh, okay, then I was kind of bamboozled. I said, what is this guy trying to tell me? So, and I took a mirror. Of course, I saw myself in the mirror. Then he told me, you are the enemy. And that is the truth. If we sit down, analyze everything critically, we will know that we are the real enemy of ourselves. So, and until we get out of our own way, we will not see the desired change. We got to get out of our own way, and until then, we may not become who God has created us to be. Get out of your own way and make a difference. If you want to see the enemy, go and look in the mirror. The first person you see in that mirror is the enemy. And until you conquer yourself, you can never conquer your situation, because the biggest threat to our existence is within. Who is that person that is confessing negative with his own mouth? It is you. Who is that person that refuses to work hard, that refuses to work smart? It is you. Who is that person that is harboring negative thoughts, that is thinking negatively every time? It is you. And be careful what thought you accommodate or you celebrate, because you will be walking in the consciousness of those thoughts. Be careful of what we hear. Be careful of what you accepted. Be careful of what you process in your mind, because your life will be walking in the direction of those things. You will be walking in the consciousness of those active thoughts. Go and look at the mirror. Anybody you see in the mirror is the enemy. We are our own enemy, and we have to stand off our own way, or else except we do this, we may not see the much desired change that we need in our lives. We may not see the desired change that we need in our lives. we may not see the desired change that we need in our lives. We have to get out of our own way. And again, the man said to me, we've seen the enemy. We've seen all the enemies. And I asked him, who are the enemy? He said, us. We are our own enemy. We've seen the enemy. Who are the enemy? Where are the enemy? Us. We are our own enemies. Until we conquer ourselves, we can never conquer our circumstances. Until we conquer our own hurt, we can never conquer our environment. Win first yourself. Then you can win on other fronts. You can win on other facets of life. If you would like to know who is responsible for most of our troubles, take a look in the mirror. If you could kick the person responsible for most of your problems, you wouldn't be able to sit down for 3 weeks. It's time for us to stay out of our own way. It is time for us to stay out of our own way. Many of the actions that are responsible for our circumstances are self-inflicted. Error of commission, error of omission. Error of commission by doing all the wrong things. Error of commission, we are committing all the crimes against ourselves. Error of omission by not doing what we ought to do. I have seen the enemy. They are us. Look in the mirror. The person you see in the mirror is the enemy. Since I've come into this reality, I know where to channel my energy. I know what to do and what not to do. Error of commission, error of omission. Who are the enemies? We are the enemy. We are not doing what we ought to do, and we are busy doing what we ought not to do. Who are the enemies? They are us. We are our own enemy. And until we rise up to confront this reality, things might not improve the way we want it to be. Look in the mirror. The man you see in the mirror, that is the object that you have to confront. Not that witch in the village, and not that wicked-looking boss at work. If at all they are anything, they are just secondary. Until you finish the primary, you may not be able to get hold of the secondary. Look in the mirror. The person you see in that mirror is the enemy. Until we accept this fact, until we are able to work on this reality, we may just be walking in circles, stay stagnated, retarded, and cut short for most of the time, until we accept the fact that we have realized that we are our own problems. Until we stop doing what we are doing that is not working and start doing what we ought to do that is going to bring results, we may not see any positive results. We've seen the enemy and they are us. We have seen the enemy and they are us. We have to confront ourselves. We have to stand up and face the challenge. And the challenge is with us. We are the ones that are not doing what we are supposed to do. We are the ones that are busy doing all the wrong things in the book. and we want results. And we cannot keep on doing the same thing that are not working and be expecting different results that we needed, or that we wanted, or that we are in need of to color our life. We have seen the enemy and they are us. We've seen the enemy and they are us. We have seen the enemy and they are us. We are our own enemy. And we have to confront this reality. In the word of a wise man, it says, there is little that can withstand a man who can conquer himself. Our business in life is not to get ahead of others, but to get ahead of ourselves, to break our own records, to outstrip our yesterdays by today, to do our work with more force than ever before. There is little that can withstand a man who can conquer himself. Until we conquer ourselves, we may not be able to conquer our circumstances. We have seen the enemy, they are us. Get out of your own way and make a difference. We have seen the enemy and they are us. I am my own enemy. My number one enemy is myself. I am the one that is sleeping when I'm supposed to work. I am the one that are harboring negative thoughts. I am the one that are gossiping everywhere. I am the one that refuse to act. I am the one that refuse to learn. I am the one that refuse to study. I am the one that refuse to go to where I can get my blessing. I am the one that refuse to network. We have seen the enemy. They are us. Until we get out of our own way, we will remain barricaded, stagnated. We have to negotiate with ourselves. Say to yourself, what do I want out of life? What do I want to become in life? What can I do to improve on myself? Get out of your comfort zone. Speak like a champion. Think like a champion. Network with higher power. Network with your creator. Speak the language of creativity. Speak the language of winner. Until then, nothing will happen. Everything remains stagnant until a force is exerted in their direction. Everything remains stagnant until a force is exerted in their direction. Exert a force, exert an energy into yourself. Charge yourself up. Refuse to think like a loser, because there is no element of loss in you. Everything about you is win, win, win. The one that created you is a winner. You are wired up for greatness. But you have to realize you have to do more. Either we win or lose in life is up to us. Either we win or lose in life is up to us. We have seen the enemy, they are us. Get out of your own way and make a difference. Another wise man said something. It is impossible for man to be cheated by anyone but himself. Our best friends and our worst enemies are the thoughts we have about ourselves. Our best friends and our worst enemies are the thoughts we have about ourselves. In the book of Proverbs, as a man think, so is he. And as a man chooses, so is he. Do not build up obstacles in your own imagination. Do not build up obstacles in your own imagination. Do not build up obstacles in your own imagination. You are what you say you are. You are what you declare yourself to be. We cannot rise above our own thought level. We cannot rise above our imagination. And we cannot rise above what we can do with our physical energy and our spiritual energy. We have seen the enemy, they are us. We have to get out of our own way. It is impossible for any man to be cheated by anyone but himself. We are the ones that are cheating ourselves. Our Creator, our God has given us enormous potential, but we have to transform them to kinetic energy. We have to move from the level of potential energy to kinetic energy. Every object stays stagnant in the same place until a force is exerted upon them. Exert a pressure upon yourself, exert an energy in yourself. You are an energy yourself. You yourself, you are a packet of energy. You are a power packet. You are like a rocket. A rocket will not come out, will not shoot out until it is propelled. You have to propel yourself and shoot out, then the whole world will see you. We are like a rocket until we are propelled, and nobody will propel yourself. Nobody will propel you until you propel yourself. If you want to carry a load you want to lift a load from the ground up, you have to start it first to carry it. Then perhaps you may need support. Then people will see, oh, this guy has started carrying the load. Let's help him. It's an African proverb. It is the owner of the load that must show the willingness to lift it up before others rally around him to help him lift it and put it on his head or put it wherever I want to put it. We have to get out of our own way. Until that is done, we'll remain stagnant. And like I used to say, a stagnant thing will stink. A stagnant water that is not flowing out and new ones are not flowing in will remain a stinking water. Be who God has created you to be. We have seen the enemy and they are us. Look in the mirror. The person that is responsible for your trajectories, that is responsible for your situation, that is responsible for whatever you are going through now, it is that person you see in the mirror. Go to the bedroom. Look in the mirror. The person you see there is the person you have to talk to let you go. Let go of yourself, release yourself, and become the wonder that you are made, you are created to be. You are made of real power stuff. There is a lot of elements of God in you. We are created like Him, and we have to think, act like Him. We are a mini God because the child of a lion is a lion. Dog will give birth to dog. Chicken will give birth to chicken. So if God is your creator, you have to think and act like God. Get out of your own way and make a difference in your generation. All the talents and the potentials that God has dropped in you, try and utilize them, because at the last day, He will ask, what have you done with all that I've given to you? Some of us, our talent is in speaking. Some of us, our talent is in encouraging others. Some music. Some have some special level of gifts. You have to stir them up, utilize them, and make a difference with them. We have to get out of our own way and make a difference in our life and in the life of others around us. Until we do this, we are not making any headway. Conquer yourself. By the time you conquer yourself, you could have conquered the whole circumstances that surrounds you. We have seen the enemy. They are us. Life is very dynamic, and we have to embrace this fact. Stop looking only at where you are now and start looking at what you can be, where you can go. Be careful of where your mind wanders, because your words and actions follows it. It's followed by words at any moment and action very soon. Be careful of where your mind wanders, because your words and your actions will follow it. So it is we that we are not thinking right. It is we that we are not acting right. It is we that we are not speaking right. And all of these things gather together to form our reality. The enemy inside is stronger than the little enemies outside. There is an African proverb that says, if the dirt does not happen from within, outsiders cannot kill you. That is an African proverb. If the dirt does not happen from within, no outsider have the capacity to kill you. Biku ile opani, tode ole pani. That is deep. Think about it. Work on it. We have seen the enemy. They are us. No one can defeat you unless you first defeat yourself. Self-image set the boundaries and limits of each of our individual accomplishments. Self-image sets the boundaries and limits of each of our individual accomplishments. We have the dynamics and the dynamo to set our progress in life, to set them in motion. We have to liaise with our God. Ask Him, if you don't know, what footprint do you have for me? What can I do if I walk together with you? Think deep. Think straight. Then the wonders will start happening. Examine yourself. Think about your life. Think about all your possibilities. See the areas you are not doing enough. See what potential you have. See what you are accomplishing. We've seen the enemy, and they are us. No one can defeat you unless you first defeat yourself. We are sure to be losers if we quarrel with ourselves. The enemy within, the enemy inside ourselves. We are our own enemy. We are sure to be losers when we quarrel with ourselves. That is what is called civil war, internal warfare. You are fighting with yourself. Reconcile with your own self. See what you are. See what you could be if you work on yourself. We have seen the enemy. They are us. If you doubt yourself, nobody will believe you. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe you. If you don't speak good about yourself, nobody will speak good about you. If you don't think you are able, everybody will think you are disabled. Think straight, think deep, believe in yourself, believe in your God, then other forces will believe in you. A person who doubts himself is like a man that enlists himself in the rank of his enemy and carry arms against himself. A man that does not believe himself is like somebody that has enlisted himself in the rank of his enemy and waging war against himself. That is what you are doing when you don't believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, the sky is no longer the limit. That is more power to your elbow. A man that believes in himself is a man that will go to places. Anyone that doubts himself is like a man that enlists in the rank of his enemy and carry arms and ammunitions against himself, waging warfare, waging war against yourself. Do not commit treason against your own life and purpose. When you doubt yourself, you are committing crime against yourself. Be who God has created you to be. Believe in yourself. Trust in your God. Trust in the process. If there is a need for you to wait, wait. If there is a need for you to speak, speak. If there is a need for you to keep quiet, keep quiet. If there is a need for you to fight, fight. If there is a need for you to act, act. But failure to do nothing, failure to do something is the biggest weapon of the enemy against you. And that enemy is you yourself. Look in the mirror. Whoever you see there is the one responsible for your woes. Is the one responsible for your circumstances and trajectories. But now, there is going to be a change of trajectory because I believe after listening to this, you will sit up and sit right. You will rise up, get up, and level up. I have seen the enemy. They are us. It sounds strange, but that is the truth. That is the new level. That is the new norm. That is the reality. And this truth has been there for a very long time. We have seen the enemy and they are us. We've seen the enemy and they are us. Look in the mirror. The guy you see there is the one responsible for all the circumstances. We have seen the enemy and they are us. Our future depends on many things, but mostly on us. Your future depends on many things, but mostly on you. That is the word of a wise man. You may succeed if nobody else believes in you. Your wife may not believe you. Your boss may not believe you. Your political party may not believe you. You can still succeed without any of these people. But you will never succeed if you don't believe in yourself. That is the word of Frank Tiger. You may succeed if nobody else believes in you, but you will never succeed if you don't believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Open the gateway. Shut down the door against the adversaries. Open the reservoir of influence and affluence. Inspire yourself. Aspire for great things. Aspire for big things. And you will see that there's going to be a difference. You may succeed if nobody else believes in you, but you will never succeed if you don't believe in yourself. That is the word of a wise man, Frank Tiger. What you picture in your mind will go to work to accomplish it. What you picture in your mind will go to work to accomplish it. If you see in yourself a medical doctor, picture it in your mind. Take the exams, obtain the forms, fill the form, submit them. Any form you fill and drop on the shelf will not bring you the desired progress until the form is submitted and the necessary authorities work on them. It is only then you stand a chance of either getting recommended or getting rejected. Most of the things we need to grow, they are within our reach, but we refuse to take advantage of them. The maize corn you did not drop in the soil will never give you a maize after 3 months. If you don't sow today, you will not reap tomorrow. Who is the one that is not reaping? Who is the one that is planting on a kaput soil? Who is the one that are doing all the damages? We are the one causing most of the problems for ourselves. We are the one that are not doing what we are supposed to do. We are the one that are not speaking what we are supposed to speak. We are the one that we are not thinking what we are supposed to be thinking. And we want a change. Who is the one that refuses to have big dreams? If you don't dream for yourself, nobody will dream for you. It is your sleep, it is your dream. It is your life, it is your vision. It is what you envision that you are going to see. We have seen the enemy and they are us. Every man is the architect of his own fortune and otherwise. We are the architect of our own fortune and misfortune. Until we work on ourselves, we will remain a work in progress. We may not get to the promised land. Until we work on ourselves, we will just remain a work in progress. We will remain a wannabe, a gatekeeper, a journeyman. That is what we are going to be until we work on ourselves. Nobody will do that for you. Until you can see yourself in great places, nobody will do it for you. God of the mountain is the God of the valley. You have to choose which part you want to belong. I have seen the enemy and they are us. You can succeed when nobody believes in you, but you will never amount to anything in life if you don't believe in yourself. If you change the picture that you see, then you automatically change everything. Picture is everything. Imagination is everything. Confession is everything. Good thought is everything. Good prayer is everything. Hard work is everything. Good belief is everything. Believe in yourself, believe in your God, and you are there. That is the hard truth about life. Life is dynamic. If you choose to be myopic, then you've already drawn the curtain on yourself. It is what you contribute to your own life that your life will multiply and give back to you. What you contribute to your own life, your life will multiply it and give it back to you. Learn a trade, learn a skill, understudy somebody, establish something, network with others, Go back to school if necessary. The journey you did not start, you have no possibility of reaching the destination. The journey that you did not begin, you have no chance of ending that journey. It is the journey that you start that you either fall halfway on the road or you get to the destination. But at least begin the journey, then you have a possibility of reaching the destination. Contest for greatness, apply for happiness. You need nobody's permission to be happy. You need nobody's permission to be joyful. These are your basic rights if you can act within the limit of the possibilities that are available to you. If nobody believes in you, it doesn't matter. But it is a big challenge if you do not believe in yourself. Any fighter that goes into a fight, he believes he can knock out his opponent. He believes it can outrun and outgas his enemies, his competitors, I will say. If nobody trusts you, it is pardonable, but it is unforgivable if you refuse to believe in yourself. Whatever you attach consistently to the words, I am, you will become. Whatever you attach consistently to the word I am, you will become. I'm a winner. If you say I'm a winner every day, you will become a winner. If you say I'm a loser, God forbid, you will lose. If you say I cannot do it, you won't be able to do it. Get out of your own way. All the go-getters are those that have gotten out of their own way. Take a step of faith. Do something tangible with all the potentials that God has dropped inside of you. If you don't know anything, know only this thing, that you are created for greatness. You are not a mistake on the earth. Your life is not just an happenstance, it was carefully planned. Even the hair of your head are numbered. The hair of your head are numbered for you to know how important you are. Your life contains something that the world needs. There is something in you that the whole world is waiting for. The whole world is awaiting your manifestation. You just wasting away is an ill wind that blows nobody any good, no good. Think twice, think deep, think straight, think wide, and ask this question. Is this the reason why he created me? Ask yourself what you are doing now. Could it be because of just this thing I'm created? And if you do nothing now, you will live like Methuselah, and the moment you pass on, it is finished. It will just be like a snake that crawl across the mountain. No footprint, no legacy, no remembrance, nothing that will be attached to the life of such persons. And for that not to be our portion, not to be my portion, not to be your portion, that is why we are doing what we are doing today. I'm speaking to myself as I'm speaking now. It is not a thing that affects only you. It affects everybody. I'm addressing myself equally. Because if you have 5 fingers and you are raising one against somebody, the remaining 4 are pointing at you. And when we excuse ourselves, we are accusing ourselves. I'm guilty of the same thing. So we have to work on ourselves. We have to get out of our own way and become who God has created us to be. The journey that we refuse to start today, we have no chance of seeing the destination. We have no possibility of getting to the promised land if we don't begin the journey now. We have to start, and it is never too late to start. It is never too late to start. Do not envy no one. Believe in the process. Wait if you must. Think. You got to. Work hard. You got to. Speak positively. You got to. We have seen the enemy. They are us. We should get motivated. We should get challenged, because in these two lies the key that can open the door of our greatness. Once I was young, and now I'm getting old. I've not seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seeds begging bread. You have a lot of fantastic promises from the one that created you. Tap into any of these promises. Hold on to them. Build your faith around them. Look, we are already made to be a force on the earth, because our Father is the controller, is the commander-in-chief of this universe. He has power over everything, and we are many power generators. And at best, when we liaise with him, we get the job done quicker. Be who God has created you to be. Do not block yourself. Do not be like those ones that can get all they can get. They can all they can get, and they sit on the can. Let your life be a reservoir of blessing. Be a channel of blessing. Let God flow through you. Let goodness and mercy flow through you to others. What you don't have, you cannot give. And the word that you have that you are not aware of is not useful to you. So get knowledge. Know yourself. Know your quality. Know what you can do. Know what are the limits. For example, if you have $10 million in your account, but you don't know you have this money, how can you issue a check to withdraw those kind of monies? Because you are not aware. Ignorance is a disease. The same thing it is. It's the same way. We have a reservoir of God on our inside. Until we rise up and tap into these reservoirs, we remain where we are. We are responsible for all our challenges. We are responsible for our circumstances. The earlier, the better we realize it is, the better. The earlier we realize, the better. We have seen the enemy. They are us. I look in the mirror, I see my enemy. It is me that is standing on my own way. It is me that is blocking my own way. It is me that is making my life meaningless. We have to rise up and pack beautiful meanings into our lives. Use your mouth and create the world that you want to live in. Think through it, walk through it, then you can live in it. Be an agent of change. Be a change maker. Refuse to be stagnated. Refuse to join others in saying bad things about yourself. Then you will get to where you are supposed to be. Be grateful to God for what He has done for you and utilize all the opportunity He created for you. Anytime you wake up and you see the sun, it means that day you have to shine. The sun is sending us a message. It's shining every day. We have to shine. Not to sit down in one idle, dull location and be saying, oh, look at me now. Everybody has forgotten me. God has forgotten me. Life has... No. Nobody can forget you if you refuse to forget yourself. Do not forget who you are. Nobody can forget you when you refuse to forget yourself. If you know who you are, if the reality of your existence has not dawned on you, you will think the world has forgotten you. Nobody can forget you if you refuse to forget yourself. You are created for the brighter life. You are created for the overflow. And until you know this, abundance, greatness, goodness, mercy shall follow you. That is what the Word of God says. And we have to work on this for us to walk in the reality of them. Get out of your own way. Make a difference. Stop believing in fallacy and lies. Stop believing that somebody else somewhere is responsible for your challenges. There is no problem in this life that you cannot solve. There is no mountain that you cannot climb. There is no limit that you cannot take away. There is no battle that you cannot win. Because the quality of a winner is the quality that resides in you. That is what you are. You are made of real power stuff. Until we realize this truth, we will remain stagnant in life. We have to be who God has created us to be. Nobody will take you serious if you don't take yourself serious. Nobody will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. If you condemn yourself, the system of the world will condemn you. If you believe you are good for nothing, nobody will tell you otherwise. You are the architect of your own fortune and otherwise. That is what it is. If nobody else believes in you, it doesn't matter. But it is unpardonable when you don't believe in yourself. So, this is where I'm going to drop it today. Get out of your own way. Look in the mirror. Anyone you see in that mirror is the enemy. And 100% of the time, it is we ourselves. We have to get out of our own way. We have created unrealistic barriers. We have to take off those barriers and see the unlimited abundance that He has created for us. We have seen the enemy. They are us. Till I come your way next time, this is Diamond Hills. We hit the nails on the head. irrespective of whose us is God. Have a nice day. If you are new on this platform, subscribe to the channel. Drop your comment. It's very important, your comment, and like this video. So, till I see you next time, keep on shining. Keep on believing yourself. The sky is not your limit. The path of a righteous man is like a shining light that shines more and more and more to the perfect time. Have a nice day. Bye.